So that executive order supposedly abolishing the Department of Education is not actually as bad as it sounds. Hi, my name is Jacob Rickman. I'm an indie author and a teacher with over 10 years of experience. And like many of you, I read the news yesterday about the executive order that was supposedly going to abolish the Department of Education and felt a sense of just dread in my gut about it. However, once I thought, hey, maybe I should actually read it, see exactly what's going to be happening, what might be happening with my job here, I read it and suddenly realized, oh, this is basically nothing. See, in actually reading the executive order, you realize that there's just not a lot here. Like, half of the document is simply complaining about the Department of Education, saying, oh, it's never been able to do anything effective in all of its years since its existence. It's, just a waste of money, children, parent, teachers. It's just a waste of money. It doesn't help anybody. It's terrible. That's literally more than half of this overall document. Only a single paragraph is actually important to the goals of this whole thing. And I'm just going to read it out loud for you. It says, the Secretary of Education shall, to the maximum extent appropriate and permitted by law, take all necessary steps to facilitate the closure of the Department of Education and return authority over education to the states and local communities while ensuring the effective and uninterrupted delivery of services, programs, and benefits on which Americans rely. There's nothing concrete here. It flat out admits that, yes, Americans actually rely on the services of this department, but essentially this is nothing more than a wish list. It's just them saying, hey, I want to close the Department of Education, Secretary of Education, do something to make that happen. There's no specifics, no descriptions of where funds are going to go, how services might be transferred, none of that. Just, hey, I would like to close this department while not necessarily getting rid of all of its functions, so please make that happen. Now, obviously, it is great to know that the Department of Education is not just magically gone all of a sudden after one executive order. It is important to pay attention to what is going to be going on in Congress, because they're going to be the ones passing bills that could actually have a real impact, right? There's already been several bills proposed that would completely close and eliminate the Department of Education. There have been several other bills that have been proposed that would effectively move big services like loans and stuff like that from the Department of Education to other departments, other areas, effectively shuttering the Department of Education, right? They've already cut a lot of staff from the department, which makes it difficult for them to actually do their jobs. So it is important to pay attention to what is going on with Congress and everything else, because this is not yet over. While yes, this executive order does not actually do anything, it is a wish list telling other government officials, hey, this is what we're seeking to do, let's make this happen. So it's up to us, those of us who care about public education, to kind of speak to our representatives and let them know that this is not what we want.